Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and this reading is to look at Donald John Trump's health, karma, what he's doing, and his future for Tuesday, October 20th. So using the Maybe Lenormand, which is this deck here, I'll draw 7 cards first. So his health, his challenges, his emotional body, his mental body, the karma that's hanging over him, what he's doing, and his future. Okay. And as usual, I keep these close by because I might have to draw more cards. But that's the nature of the Lenormand, you know, you draw a string of cards and they give you a sentence. Usually that's how they're read. Okay, so with the tarot, forces in motion with the health of his body, challenges, his emotional body, mental, nervous system, karma that's hanging over, what he's doing, and his future. All right. So with the tarot, we have the Two of Pentacles for the health of his body. Well, so there's something that he's trying to balance out here. There's something going on. But on a health level, just straight up health, it can have to do with extreme swelling, you know, of the joints. It can also be a bad cold. It can be a sore throat as well. We're in, you know, Jupiter and Capricorn territory there. On more of, you know, I know it's not the card for the emotional body, but more on emotional and mental level, we're also in that area of needing external validation, which, you know, I have to always add in because that's how he operates, you know, that's how he rolls. His challenge is the King of Cups reversed. So with the King of Cups reversed, again, you know, this has to do with the, you know, the fluid balance within the body. It has to do with being very needy and moody. There can be a lot of manipulation. So I think the card is really trying to say that he's manipulating his body in any way that he can to get what he wants. He has no regard, no respect for his body. And we've been seeing that every day. Those are the patterns we're tracking. We're tracking the things that we see every day. We see him lying. We see him abusing his body. We see him using drugs, probably drinking as well. And, you know, here he is on another level too, because the King of Cups is my Joe Biden card, as is many readers. I notice we got all tuned into like he's like the healthy dad, you know, or healthier, you know, than much healthier than we've seen in a long time. Probably since Obama, you know, and Jimmy Carter. Oh, I would love to have him for my dad. But I love the dad I had. But so on a reversed level, this could be that place where, you know, he's out there on the campaign trail and he has said really, really stupid things. He said that he literally called the Bidens an organized crime family. Well, he's projecting, major projection. And then the other thing that he said is that if he doesn't win the election, that he's going to have to leave the country. And that's another pattern we've been tracking. Before he got COVID, that's all the readings kept saying, was that most likely he was going to be, leaving the country. Or that it definitely was his plan, because the cards, I kept drawing cards for, like, what he was doing, what he was feeling, what he was doing, his karma, and then future and outcome. Now I've changed it up to look more about his health, or look more into his health. But with the King of Cups reversed here on a health level, of course, the cups tend to rule, the stomach area and digestion more than any, many other suits. At least in the tarot, it's akin to like the Bear card in the Lenormand. So, but when it's reversed, this can definitely have to do with heart issues as well, because the King and Queen of Cups, they're very like caring. Oops, sorry about that glare. They're the caring, they're like the mom and the dad of the court cards. In the caring, within the caring aspect of being the mom and the dad. Like the King of Pentacles might pay for your whatever it is you're needing. The King of Cups would too, but he would put a lot of love in with it too, where the King of Pentacles would just give it to you and here, take it. The King of Swords might argue with you for a while, and the King of like, why do you need it? You got to prove to me why you need it, or why you want it, why it's good, why should I do this? And then the King of Wands, he might I don't know, he might not always be there to even for you to ask the question. But then again, the King of Wands in a nice using it from the highest level, they can help you come into your natural born, leadership. They can help you, do something on your own rather than follow the herd. So there's a lot of beautiful things with all the kings. But when the King of Cups is reversed, there can be heart issues, and there's a real need to be on your spiritual path with this card. And because he never has, I think he probably is having like ulcers, and things aren't working in his stomach because, of course, he eats a very toxic diet, and he uses drugs. So, and I suspect he drinks. His emotional body, we have the Queen of Swords reversed. Ooh, man. When she's reversed, she can be really mean, really, really bitter, very cold-hearted, and very cruel, and very ruthless. Now, on an emotional level, which is, your lymphatic system and your connective tissue, so he's got some kind of chronic imbalance there. Maybe even a lower back issue. It's very possible. His mental nervous system, ooh, Nine of Swords, that's not good. That's not good at all. Depression, of course. It's Mars and Gemini just going nuts. And anxiety, high anxiety. On a health level, it's insomnia, of course. But the main thing with this card to remember on a health level is that if you're having, and he is having tremendous health issues, and the main message I got in meditating with this card is that when you get this, it's like you're carrying your own personal hell realm within your body. And of course he's doing that. And he's not getting the message, because if he would have gotten the message, he would be turning it around. He would have already, stayed down and taken care of himself. But no, what did he do? Pumped himself full of drugs, got everything he could, from Walter Reed and the doctors that come to the White House and take care of him. I don't know who the hell's taking care of him on Air Force One and all these places he's going for the rallies. I mean, must have somebody traveling with him. But, you know, he's got his drug supply. He's got his roids hanging over him karmically with the King of Swords. Well, justice. On a health level, it's kidneys, blood sugar. Justice. I'm just going to go with justice because we already know all that other stuff about his health. I don't think I need to talk about that anymore. This is justice hanging over him. What he's actually doing with the Emperor, yeah, he's trying to put himself in the place of the, you know, the autocrat, the dictator. That I mean, that's been what he's done forever. That's just how it goes with him. He's Don the Con. He was born into a family who was tied to the Italian, the Genovese, you know, mob family, and then later on was probably connected to the Russian mafia because that's pretty much how it went down, right? I mean, we've all seen enough. You know, episodes of The Wire to glean that. And if anyone's ever watched Ozark, I mean, we can see how money's laundered. We can see how the, you know, Russian mob would just come in and infiltrate and beat out the other mobs. I mean, that's just how it happened. You know, it would be Russia against the Italian mob, and then you know, the you know, like El Chapo, remember that guy? So, and on it goes until someday it's cleaned up. But so with what he's doing with, you know, with the Emperor, just to go over quickly for anybody that's trying to, you know, learn tarot for the first time, we're of course in that realm of, you know, it's the father. Like when you go through this, it's Aries. It's like Mars and Aries. When you go through the major arcana, you know, you have the Fool card that travels through all the different gateways. Each major arcana is a gateway of consciousness, and you have to learn. And then when you pass those tests, you can move forward. Sometimes you don't get the test fully, so you have to come back. And so they're always in play with each other until you get to the end where it's, you know, number 21, where you have the World card, and that means, you know, a completion. But at the 4, so we have, of course, you know, if these were the first 4 major arcana, you have the Fool, then you have the Magician, which teaches you that you can create anything that you, just about anything that you want within reality. I mean, within, you know, within a realistic, within reason, high reason. And then after the Magician, we have the High Priestess, which is, you know, you got to drop it in to your higher self, be silent, ask questions, make sure it's the right thing to go, you know, to do. And then we have the Empress, which actually, like, literally conceives the new thing that you're trying to create, which can be a baby. And so she's known for being the mother. Well, this guy is known for being the father. So it can have to do with father issues. So everything that he's doing and has been doing, and we get to see it on full display, can have to do with his issue with his father. With his father, who wasn't present for him except for, you know, when he made a lot of money or he did what he wanted, but he wasn't present for him as a little one growing up. So he didn't get, you know, he didn't get his real needs met. And which is why he needs a whole lot of, you know, attention. So with this being the card for what he's doing, he's trying to create a solid foundation for his future. This is also the card of, you know, tyranny and abuse. If it's misused, it has to do with, you know, rigidity. And he is very rigid. That's just who he is. He's on a loop. His brain's on a loop. His future, wow. Okay, with the Fool. So he's on some new adventure of some type. Based on his past actions, I would say it's foolish. I would say he really is going to walk off this cliff. He really isn't looking ahead too far because, well, I mean, he is. He's trying. He's thinking about the different countries he might want to go to. But, wait, let me see if I turn this light off, if that helps. A little bit with the glare. Okay. It's one of those darker days here. Okay, so let's layer the Lenormand and see what we have. Okay, with the Scythe, this is dangerous. This is something dangerous. Because, you know, of course, these two cards, actually, these 4 cards here have to do the most with his health. So dangerous, fluid levels, dangerous swelling. And with the challenge to have the flowers in the bouquet, or flowers bouquet, whichever, you know, whichever way you want to call this card, it's different depending on the deck. It has to do with, the challenge is either there's an allergic reaction or it's a challenge to his recovery. So it could be a challenge to his recovery because he won't listen. But he could also be having finally an allergic reaction to one of the drugs. There's that possibility. Emotionally, his emotional body, lymphatic system, connective tissue, well, he's being seduced. And we can imagine what he's being seduced by or to. His mental nervous system, rigid, very rigid. Now, this card on a health level is all about the spinal column, but it also has to do with your inner authority. He's lost that. I don't know that he's ever truly been connected with his inner authority. So mental rigidity is how I'm reading that one. The karma that's hanging over him, well, I'm sure he has karma with more than one woman. What he's doing everything he can to try and either get some kind of award like the Nobel Peace Prize. I don't know, maybe he's trying to be honored in some way. And I get, you know what, that has to do with that lack of a, you know, good relationship with his father. Okay, and then his future is he's going to be losing a whole lot of cash because of all his very foolish ways. Then there's going to be a lot, in the future, there's a lot of money that needs to go out from him to make amends for his lack of honor, because he still owes a lot of states. He still, can you guys believe this? He still hasn't paid off what he owes to different states from his 2016 campaign. You know, and he goes to different states and then gets the police protection and, you know, the escorts all around. Well, he still owes. He still owes them. He doesn't pay people the money that he owes. So, but of course it's gone into his coffers, and of course his campaign fund, his campaign account has been used for money laundering. So there's that. So, but this doesn't look like one of those days where we have a total like health breakdown or anything. Let me draw a couple more cards to see about. I want to know a couple more about these right here. So, 2 cards for what he's actually doing. Yeah, So with the Ring card, coupled with, let's do this, coupled with, you know, I just got a hit about there is a dangerous health issue this day. So whether or not we'll see it on Tuesday, Monday night, or Tuesday night, or Wednesday morning, there is something there. So, but anyway, with what he's doing, you know, he's still trying to get the love he never got from his father, and because he's going in all the wrong directions, which is outside, you know, he's not getting it. He's not reparenting himself. He's not taking care of himself. What's happening is that he's trying to get a Nobel Prize. He's trying to get, you know, external validation with this card. And so those are the people that he's trying to get people to commit to him that way, but he's being blocked. People are just leaving him in drones. I mean, he's losing. He's losing tremendously, bigly, hugely. He's the biggest loser we'll ever see. Someday he's going to stand up there and say that, just because it just comes right out of him, you know. We want to see what he's doing, just listen to him. He'll tell you. He's part of an organized crime family, and he's looking for different countries to commit to bringing him in, but he's getting blocked. So he's not going to get to go to the countries that he wants to go to, because they know they're not going to be able to get the money out of him that they want, because they know that the USA will be coming down on all his assets and seizing them. And his brand is turned to trash anyway, so there you go with all that money flowing out. So he's trying to pay. It's like pay to play. That's what he's doing. So, 2 more cards for his future. So something important, yeah. Something important for him to fly away, to get away. So we're just I will be keeping an eye on this with the readings. And you guys, please, any guidance you get when you watch my readings, I really appreciate it. You know, a second set of eyes, third, 25, you know, however many set of eyes, your intuition will kick in. And I've just seen brilliant comments, and I truly appreciate it. You guys are amazing. So if you get anything, you get any hits, just psychic hits when you're watching these, feel free to add it into the comments. But notice here, now the Fool is all about the big adventure as well. It's a travel card. It's ruled by Uranus, and he has Sun conjunct Uranus, you know, natally in his birth chart in Gemini. So he's going nuts trying to think about where can he escape to, because he sees this coming. He's got to see it and feel it a little bit, because if he's tuned into anything based on his wounding from his father, it has to do with being seen as someone who's losing, or seen as someone who's not strong, doesn't want to be weak or lose. And so, because there's so much defense around that, he will have to, you know, he'll have to go through that, because that's how the laws of life work. Whatever we resist the most is exactly what we're attracting. So yeah, so he's looking to get away, and he's looking to pay to play. That rhymed. And it's something really important to him that he gets away. This could also be that something really important happens when he's up on a plane, when he's flying. Maybe he's a little gets dehydrated. Oh, yeah, and maybe he's, in order to get to a comfortable place for him when he's flying, he probably, because you got to imagine, he's gone all around, and he's supposed to be isolating at the White House, but when he goes out and travels on the plane, he's not wearing a mask, and he's exposing everyone to his virus. And these are his super spreader events. And he's in that vicious circle of not caring at all about his body, and he's going out to try and get the attention that he needs and to try to also make this plan for escaping someday. But also, because the storks is about, flying, they go back and forth between the nest. And that's what he's doing, is he's flying around, the country, going to the states that he thinks he needs to be in, and maybe even some other ones just because he wants somewhere to go. Because that's how he is. And while he's up in the plane, he's trying to comfort himself with drugs as he goes back and forth around these super spreader events. So on a health level, that can be detrimental to the body fluids, because going up and down, flying like that all the time, it's not healthy. It's not. It's just not. So if he's up flying every single day, that's added pressure on, it causes a person to be dehydrated. It shatters your nervous system. So, okay, so that's all I have for that little portion. Let's see what the Spirit Animal Oracle has for us. Awesome. Okay, one more. Yeah, okay. So, act as if. Yeah, you know how chameleons blend? It's like they blend. But I think the main message here is to get into the place of Joe Biden already won. He's already won. We're already there. We're past that. And this terror of Trump, the Trump terror and the Trump crime family terror, it's going to be gone soon. And we're looking to make sure he doesn't escape. We're looking to make sure he doesn't do damage as he leaves the White House. We're looking for ways to bring him to justice. So we need to go there already. Start visualizing it, sitting in it, thinking about it, believing it. And to take that time out to bring that home to yourself, bring that into yourself. And then, this is all going to be over pretty soon. Life is definitely going much more quickly. So, good. Wonderful. Yay! Okay, you guys. I'll be back tomorrow for his Wednesday reading. And meanwhile, you guys take good care. Thank you.